And we are live. Welcome, brothers, to another show. Today we have a first time guest, my guy here, John Rod. How's everything going with you, brother?
Hey man, I'm doing okay, man. Thanks, brother, for having me on, man. I really greatly appreciate it, bro. Greatly appreciate it.
Awesome, awesome, man. And today we are discussing Kenya, Nairobi in particular,
Nai-
right?
Nairobi in particular, yeah,
Nice, nice,
definitely,
man.
man.
It's
Definitely.
funny, man, because the last interview I did was a guy from he was telling us about Cape Verde, and then you say
Uh-huh.
you had saw earlier interview I did of why Brazil,
Right,
why well, I'm sorry, why South Africa is 10 times better than Brazil, and you
right.
actually agreed with that, brother, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, here's this. Here's what I say. I agree with some things that he stated in as far as Africa is concerned, as far as the women in Africa is concerned. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't been to Brazil, so I don't have that contrast. But I've been to South Africa. I've been to
Mm-hmm.
Kenya. I've been to where he's talking about. Now, when I was in South Africa, I was, a married man, or you know what I mean. And but I could definitely tell you that what as far as his notions of saying about how when you come to the continent, a Black American, like they are able to tell that you are a Black American. You know what I'm saying, right off the bat. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so, and that's like honestly is like women really dig that. You know what I mean? I don't know how many times like I was told like yeah, I looked really good and so on and so forth. I'm like, okay, I'm just regular. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, I got asked a lot now. I got asked a lot about, was I mixed race? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and as you can see, bro, I'm like, I'm a little red, maybe, you know what I mean? But no, I'm not really, I would, no one in our, lens would ever say I'm a light skinned person, but I got asked that a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got called what they call, I actually got in Kenya, I actually called a Muzungu, which means a white
Okay.
man. You know what I mean? And like,
Really?
yeah, seriously, like
Uh
that's
huh.
how like the street kids and the beggars and so on and so forth. They were like, Muzungu, they'd be asking me for money or whatever, right? I remember this one time I got pissed at the dude. I was like, look, man, get out my face with that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh
Because
huh.
he was following me, right? You know what I mean? Muzungu. I'm like, yo, dude, get on. Yeah, and they were like, oh, it's because of the way you speak English.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the things or what have you. But yeah, they automatically know, bro. You're not just a regular looking African person in
Mm-hmm.
these countries, dude. At least in East Africa, I can attest to East Africa and South Africa for sure. Like you're not,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be getting attention from women just because of that. And you just start talking. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
boom, they automatically, man.
Okay.
Seriously,
Okay. Now, say that term one more time. What's it called?
Muzungu, Muzungu,
Mzungu. Now, is
Muzungu.
that more of a term for gringo? Why would they say you
Nope,
like a
that's
white guy?
not. It literally means white man.
Wow,
It
that is
literally
amazing.
means white man. And
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, I had obviously, I'm not a white man at all. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
Right.
about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't purport to be white. And I mean, yeah, I mean, of course, all of us got some of that in our ancestry, being that based on our circumstance, right? But at the end of the day, like, no, I don't identify as white as all. And I mean, I've been told this. Like, I've talked to different. I was talking to a woman from Namibia, right? Which is also like it was actually Namibia is like above South Africa. You know what I mean? It's attached to South Africa. In fact, it was actually kind of like a colony or a province or something, like just like how Puerto Rico is to the United States. Namibia actually was part of South Africa in that way. And she made this. She actually had been to the States. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She actually had been to the States, and she made this reference that because listen, Africans do look at Black Americans, or what I refer to, because I'm in the reparations movement, freedmen, more particularly, like, bro, Black is not all the same, man. Everywhere you go, dude, it's not, and they look at us differently, man. They strictly they actually totally look at us differently. You know what I'm saying? And I remember she made the statement. I was like, yo, it was kind of wild, but she was
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, Black Americans, you all are like white people. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what do you mean by that? So she elaborated. And so for them, because, okay, speaking to like the marital, rituals, the brother from the South African interview was talking about, like, that's
Uh-huh.
very common in Africa to where, you know, if you're gonna marry a woman, you're gonna have to pay dowry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to pay some sort of dowry. That's a very, very, very well-known thing. Hey, shout out to when you did the interview with O'Shea Duke Jackson. He covers that, like the problems that can occur between the, you know, African Americans.
I remember that video.
You saw that one, yeah, exactly. Sure between the dowry and so on and so forth. I mean, but it's, you know, all this having tribes, like, you know, we don't have tribes. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have a tribe or whatever or anything like that. So for them, that's their idea of culture. That's you know what I mean? And so they look at us as like, okay, well, you all are just like many white people in the way that you function. And I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, and again, I had to tell her, like, listen, in our country, there's no way that anyone will ever be able to say that a black person and a white person, you know, want to be able to not to distinguish between the two. You know what I mean? Like, we do things differently from white people. We do have a different culture from them, but I understand it from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in South Africa, the same thing is like for the colored. So in South Africa, you have like basically like 3 tiers of people. You have like, well, actually 4. You have the white people.
Froze up a little bit here.
I froze up, man.
Okay, you good. Okay.
I was just saying, like, and what made me kind of realize this is that, like, for instance, in South Africa, you have the white people, you know, and they're broken up by the British and those who are the Afrikaans or the Afrikaners. Then you have the South Asians, you know, from the Indians, and then you have colored. You still there, Aaron?
Yeah, I go off cam for a minute.
Okay, no problem. You got the colored, right? And that's like basically anybody that's mixed. You know what I'm saying? And there's different variations of that mix. That could be a white and a black. You know what I'm saying? It could be an Asian and a black, an Asian and a white. For instance, Trevor Noah, you know, we know of him, the comedian that hosts the Daily Show now. He's from South Africa and he's colored. His father is white and his mother is black. You know what I'm saying? But you got people that are mixed with other types of mixes that there's like in fact, during apartheid, they had like 11 different categories of color. Then you have the tribes, the black people. And colors look at themselves separate from black, you know what I mean? And vice versa, you know, and there's actually tension sometimes between the blacks and the colored, you know what I mean? I would say the colors are more like, I would think Black Americans are more as far as a lineage wise, culture wise, like the colors. The colors don't identify with a tribe. The colors either speak English as their primary language or they speak Afrikaans as their primary language, and then, you know, and vice versa, right? They don't have a tribe. They're either they're closer to the English version, they're Christians, or they're Muslims, you know what I'm saying? But they don't have a tribe type of affiliation with the colors. Whereas the Xhosa, the Zulu, the Bushmen, you know, all these different other tribes or what have you. It's like I think it's like 11 or 12 tribes that are recognized in South Africa. So so in that sense, that's why the colors are looked at as separate from the blacks. Where in our eyes, we would, you know, say, oh, the colors are just black people. You know what I mean? But for them, you know, but the blacks don't view them that way, and neither the colors view themselves that way. So, understanding that lineage / culture type thing, and why Africans look at us Black Americans as, you know, being different. Even they will some say that we don't even have a culture, which I'm like, how is it you all repeat our culture all the time? It was crazy.
Wait, hold on. So somebody said that we don't have a culture? Oh
yeah, certain Africans will say that we don't have a culture because we don't have those type of traditions, like, you know, like a strong patriarchy. We don't have these different, you know, we don't speak our native language. You know what I'm saying? So to go to talk to Kenya specifically, right? So in Kenya, there's several different tribes, but the 2 largest ones are the Kikuyus, and I'm probably messing up this last one, the Luo or the Luo. That's actually the tribe that Barack Obama's father is from, the Luo or the Luo. I always mess it up. From that tribe, and there's several other different tribes. Besides that. Each tribe speaks their own language. Each tribe has a mother tongue, right? But Swahili and English is like the common language that everybody speaks. You understand? So the Kikuyus actually are one of the largest tribes, you know, and most powerful tribes in Kenya. But I guess it was decided like, okay, and so we don't have an issue with which tribe is over the other. You know, the main language is English, and as well as Swahili. You know what I mean? And Swahili is kind of like a regional thing because in Tanzania they also speak, which is a neighboring country, and also in Uganda they speak Swahili. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, you know what I mean? So it's like the lingua franca, but every individual tribe has their own native tongue, and, you know, and they got beefs between each other's, you know what I mean? This and this, you know, oh, we don't marry, you know, Kikuyu women are this way, and Luo women or Luo men are this way, and vice versa, you know what I mean? Whereas like in America, the closest we could say that is to regions, right? You know, somebody from New York, somebody from, you know what I'm saying, Detroit, Chicago, you know what I mean? But it's not to the point where it's just a tribal thing. But we could tell, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, yeah. So that's how that goes as far as answering that question. But some will say we don't because we don't have that type of setup. But then, you know, but yet and still they copy and imitate everything over, like our slang and everything. I was over there. I was talking to a chick one time, and you know, and she, you know, I was telling her. You know what I'm saying? I was dating multiple women, and she was like, "Oh, you for the streets." I'm like, "Damn, what the hell?"
Right,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, y'all know about that? That shit just came out this year. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you know, it's over there, like it was crazy, man. Like all of the so they have these things called matatus, right? Which are basically like, you know, Toyota, you know, van trucks. You know what I mean? And then larger shuttle buses they use for public transportation. They don't have like city buses like we do here in the States, right? Okay. They're all, you know, but anyways, but what they'll do, like, you know, what they'll do is they'll decorate the size of these trucks, man. And a lot of times they're decorating it with, I saw 21 Savage's face on over there, Jay-Z, Eminem, even Bad Barbie, bro. I was like, Bad Barbie? Like, y'all know who she is? Mm-hmm. To put her on the side of a damn, you know, van? Like, you know, you name it, man. NBA teams, you know what I'm saying? The Lakers, you know what I mean? Cleveland Cavaliers, you know what I'm saying? It was so much American Black influence. All of the barbershops had like, for whatever reason, what's my man? Oh, damn, I'm forgetting his name. The rapper that's from the South. Anyway, it'll come to me later on. But nonetheless, man, it was crazy. Then like even the radio playing, like, you know, it's not as current music as, you know, the hip hop as we have. I would say it was more like maybe 90s, early 2000s and stuff like that. Just the fact, the reach of America media, you know what I mean, is just wild. And Black American culture is wild, dude. Seriously,
nice,
you know,
nice, man.
Yeah, it was really wild. Like, we really are exported across the world, man.
Excellent. Let me holler the chat real quick. I want to give a special shout out to my guy, Mr. Philip Flop, man. One of my good dudes out there in Dominican Republic. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with him. He really helped out with the group trip. So, brother, I appreciate that. Appreciate you also tuning in. I'm going to give a shout out to my guy, TMKR. He's in the building right now. My dude, Buck Travels in the building. And K. Jordan is in the building. Guys, do me a big favor when you come in the room, hit that like button for your boy so we can go ahead and get this interview on out here. And once again, I want to thank you, too, as well for coming on, brother, because
no problem.
Recently, man, you know, a lot of brothers have been going to South America. A lot of brothers have been freaking Thailand, the Caribbean, and also Southeast Asia for the most part, right?
Right.
So I love when brothers come in and shed a light more on Africa, because you got brothers traveling the world, but it seems like that most brothers only travel to, like, you know, South America and the Caribbean, you know, places that might be a little bit closer. What made you decide to venture to Africa? Not only Africa, but you ventured to East Africa, which is even further. What made you decide to go there?
Okay, so I work in the IT field, man. So that's one reason. But the primary reason was that I was looking for another wife. I'm a polygamist. And I've been in that lifestyle for about, you know, almost 10, 11 years. And I was looking for another wife. So I had my options out here in the States kind of had went dry on me at a potential. It didn't work out. So, I mean, I got on Tinder. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And actually, no, I'm sorry. Actually, before I did that, hold on. Let me back up. No, I actually got on a Muslim matrimony website called Muslima.com. So initially, I actually was looking at South Africa because I had already been in South Africa. I know, I had been to Johannesburg. That's the only place I've been in South Africa was Johannesburg, and the only place I've been in Kenya has been Nairobi. So initially, I actually ended up meeting. I met actually two women from South Africa, and in essence, I had to kind of cut them off, man, because they were just, the whole, hey, I need this, I need that, I need this, and I was sending them money via, world remit. Now we're talking about $30-$40 at a time. Okay. But I looked up over a period of like a couple of weeks. I'm like, damn, I done sent you like $200-something. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So one chick, I was like, yo, like, and then she still had her profile up on Muslim.com. I'm like, so do you know what I'm saying? So like, are you doing this with other dudes? You know what I'm saying? So she took offense to it. She blocked me, whatever. I meet the next girl, who I had met like many years before. I had matched with her many years before, and explained to her the issue I had with the first one. She ended up doing the same thing, because it was, but it was COVID, man. So like, COVID really hit the continent hard. You know what I mean? Even right now, like they got it shut down big time. That's my ex-wife from Eritrea. She actually is here in the States. So here's the thing. I learned, this is what I did. I married a South African, right? I was married to a South African. She's a couple of pictures back, man. And I married an Eritrean. And I brought them over here. And
let's see how this worked out. Okay.
Yeah, I brought them over here. And both times, man, it went bad. You know what I mean? It went bad, bro. Okay. Don't bring them, dogs. Keep them where they're at. Yeah, honestly, that whole saying, like, yo, keep them where they're at, man. Because see, I'm a polygamist, right? You know what I mean? Now we know polygamy isn't legal here in the States, man. And so I was only married to one person at any given time, right? But but I was basically, I was married to the foreigner, but then I had an American wife that I was just religiously married to, But then what ends up happening is that they'll use, of course, there's going to be friction with that, and especially in the West, right? You know what I mean? Because now, hey, why you got to put up with that, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And they could use the system against you, man. They got all of the civil laws here against you, you know what I mean? And that's what both of the South African and the Eritrean did that. Now, the Eritrean... Okay,
real quick, bro. I don't want to mean to interrupt you, but I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
When you brought them back, did you bring them around women in your family that might try to,
No, I don't even have
problems?
Nah, bro, it's not even that, man. Nope, I didn't. Because I'll be honest, I have a small family circle, and no, I did not bring them around. I just think it's just a matter of just being here. You know what I'm saying? Being here or what have you, that they got influenced or what have you, And again, it's being a polygamy is not easy, man. It's going to be it's going to be natural conflict and jealousies and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And believe, like for instance, my son, people will side with them easily. Go ahead. Okay,
so you brought them both of the States.
Yeah.
Do you think it was the issue with one being from, you said South Africa, the other one being it's Eritrean, like the different
Eritrean?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Hold. Listen. Let me go back. Let me clarify. Okay. The South African wasn't here at the same time the Eritrean was here.
Oh, okay.
I had American wives, right? Black American wives, and then it was them. You know what I'm saying? It was, So I had my first wife was a Black American, and then my second wife was South African. It didn't work out with the South African. She went back to South Africa. It didn't work out. I ended up working out with my first wife either. You know what I'm saying? Then eventually later on down the road, I met my third. This is my third wife right here, the one I'm in the picture with right here. She's from Eritrea. She's from Eritrea. I met her and we met on that same Muslim.com website. We got married over in Dubai. You can see the marriage photos. I sent you that as well. The wedding photo. We got married in Dubai or what have you. Eventually, it took like 2 years for her to come. You know what I'm saying? Because it took 2 years to come. She came, and then by this time, I tried to make it work with my first wife, and then my oldest son's mother. So I have Black Americans. I have Black American wives here also. Anyways, make a long story short, it did not work out. She's still here. She was able to finesse the system and stay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn. Okay.
She was able to finesse the system and stay. She's here to this day. Me and her have a daughter together. You know what I'm saying? You know, boom. And then my current wife is a Black American, right? That I have a son with. You know what I mean? She's here as you know.
Brother, how many times you been married, brother?
I've been married a total of 6 times total.
Okay, so you like the marriage thing? You don't do that.
Yeah, man. I'm Muslim, man. So you know the thing is like you know we're not supposed to have we're not supposed to fornicate. You know what I mean? So
I got you.
I try, man. I try or what have you. That's all I can say. Make a long story short. Now I've only been legally married 3 times. Okay. I've been legally married 3 times.
This is the Eritrean.
Eritrean, yeah, that's her. You know what I mean? But yeah, we've been split since like 2018. We got divorced in 2020. Okay, so we got divorced in 2020.
So you brought her here and you got married to her here under American law?
Yep, under American law. So I married her both.
So she was able to get her citizenship through the marriage.
Exactly. That's it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she has her green card. No, it's not citizenship. Green card, permanent residence. Mm-hmm. You know, she has her green card, so that's the difference. She's a resident alien, but I don't want to delve too much into that, man. But let's make the long story short. She ended up going around me and doing it outside of me being able to sponsor her. And so like all of her immigration and everything is on her. I don't even have anything to do with it at all. So whatever it is, but she has a green card. She's not a citizen, you know.
Hey, look, get on you in the chat a little bit, brother. Said 6 marriages.
Yeah, man, 6, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's still going at it, bro. You know what I mean? Still going at it.
With it, man.
You know what I mean? So here's what I learned, right? So you talking about why Africa? Why So here's what so after doing this, bringing 2 of these women over. And not working, and they being some of the kind of like the primary reasons why I wasn't working, because I'm thinking like, okay, I'm marrying Muslim women who've been. I reverted to Islam. I converted to Islam, right? Okay, what I mean? I didn't grow up Muslim, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, cool. I'm marrying a Muslim. That's my current wife right there. This is my current wife. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, okay, cool, right? Hey, you Muslim, because that's the girl that I originally went to. Mama, one of my reasons why I was going to Kenya, right? She was my primary reason why I was going to Kenya initially, why I booked the trip, why I booked the ticket and everything. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out even before I left. You know what I mean? We ended up, not even working out, man, because it's like ultimately she so the deal was, okay, we're going to get married. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what you're telling me, what I'm hearing from this interview, which is good, is there is a lot of wifey material over there, though. If you were marrying them. Yeah,
man. I mean, generally speaking, like the brother said in the South African interview, man, it's true. Like, if you want to have relationships, like Africa is the point, because that's kind of like, really is. You got that cultural thing, right? Now, women live by themselves. Women have sex outside of marriage. So that's my second wife. You know what I'm saying? That's the South African wife. That's her. She's considered a colored. She's not considered black. Now to us, she look like a black woman to me, right?
Yeah. I'm confused. She's considered colored.
She look like a black woman to me, but she's a colored. You know what I'm saying? Because she has part Malaysian. She's like her. I think her grandmother or something was Malaysian. I think her ID card, she's a Cape Malay colored. That's what her ID card says in South Africa, right? So she clings to that. Now her mother is like dark skinned, you know what I'm saying? But her father was like he was like a mixed white and Malaysian guy. You know what I'm saying? Whereas her mother is the black person in her family. You know what I mean? So anyway, she's a mixed person at the end of the day. But for all intents and purposes, she's black, in American, the rest of the world's eyes. The only place that does this colored crap is in South Africa, and in the South Africa, Zimbabwe, Namibia. They do this colored thing. That's her. That's her recently. That's her recently.
She's nice, man.
She about to turn she just turned 48. This is a recent picture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
She all natural?
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. No, like my man said, ain't nobody doing no plastic surgeries in Africa, bro. Ain't no BBLs and butt lifts, and you know what I'm saying.
Do y'all see that body, brothers? I mean, that's the coke shape.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. And like, dude, she's like 40, like that's like she's 6 years older than I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's a recent picture, like, you know, because actually I was about to go to South Africa this year when I was in Kenya.
Are they built like that in Kenya as well?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I can show you a bunch of. Bro, you see all the pictures I sent you, man?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was looking at them. I was just like,
you see all them pictures I sent you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
Let me do a close up on that body one more time for the brotherhood. Real brotherhood. You understand, brother? A brother been in Colombia for the last 9 months. We don't see him looking like this out here unless it's all plastic.
Dog, yeah, I'm telling you, she damn near she hitting 50. She's hitting 50. You know what I'm saying? When I met her, she was like, she was like 36, 37. When we got together, we was only together for like a year or so. So yeah, this is so going to Tinder, man. I'm telling you, like, dude. You see, I only sent this to you to see how I got 954 matches, and then you can see new matches is like 272. Bro, I can't. These are more. These are Americans.
Up in the corner right there. She must be South African or something.
No. These are my profile's in America now, so you know my location is in America. I just only sent this to you to show you that I'm not capping when it comes to these matches, man. I can actually, if you allow me to share my screen, I can actually show you what the Kenyan women are, because it was so many, bro. It was so many. I matched with so many women. I couldn't. Okay, so this is at a Kenyan party. This is at a Kenyan party, event that they have. You know what I'm saying? The chick in the blue. I was seeing her when I was out there. One of the chicks I was seeing when I was out there, man. You go.
Really want to go to Africa?
Now this was my place where I ended up. One of the first places that I ended up staying at. Man, this is the compound or whatever. I sent a couple of videos on that or what have you.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna ask you about that a little later on about
no problem.
The housing and the transportation.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's a nice little party. You know what? I like the vibe over here, man. This is
you know. And the funny thing is, bruh, so this is like actual like a club. This is an actual like kind of like a lounge, outdoor lounge club, you know. And they just so happened some people were having a birthday party there. You know what I mean? That was the thing. And the girl that I was seeing, she was the host of this of that venue. Okay. And dude, you know a crazy thing, bro, is like, I sent you a video, a few videos back that's inside of a club. Yeah, that's just me talking.
Talk about the wires, all the wires you got here.
Man, yeah, bro, it's real.
But you know what, brother? I'm be honest with you, man. I'm seriously thinking about going to South Africa as well, man, because, you know, I honestly know for me to be balanced, I need about 2 women my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and this is the thing, like, especially, and you know, I found more so in Kenya than I even did in South Africa. In Kenya, bro, and it's not even, you don't have to be Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Like, and here's the thing. Oh, in Kenya, they have passed a law, but polygamy is legal in South Africa as well. But they also passed a law in Kenya. Polygamy is legal in South Africa. Like legal, you could legally marry 2 women, or I guess more than 2 women. I don't know if there's a number count, but you could legally marry more than one in South Africa and in Kenya. Legally married. Kenya did. I think they established that back in 2014 or so. And then when I was there, while I was in Kenya, they made it to where women can now marry more than one dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, we'll see how successful that shit is. I'm sorry. But anyway, so yeah, but here's the thing. In Kenya, for whatever particular reason, there is like a way more acceptance of polygamy, like way more acceptance. You know what I mean? I literally had in my Tinder profile, I had on there saying that I'm looking for a second wife, and I was still getting matches, bro. I was still getting matches, man. I actually even had my wife and my dog on profile pictures. I changed all that when I came to the States because that wasn't working. But you know what I'm saying? But in Kenya, man, like that, like you actually, I mean, of course, there was women who, you know, that wasn't their thing or whatever. But like a lot of women, they was straight with it. They was like, oh, you got a wife, that's cool. Because it's like, okay, you married. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get to see that you married. You can take care of a family, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Like it's not like a, you know, type of reaction. It's like, oh, okay, my grandfather, my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually have one girl I met. She's like, my mother was a second wife. You know what I'm saying? Like in Africa in general, in West Africa is like that as well. You know, Uganda, you know what I mean? Like East Africa, just in Africa in general, I would say, you know, even amongst the Christians, you know what I'm saying? There's an acceptance of it. You know, it's not like some crazy foreign, you know, girls not going to just, you know, scream at you or something like that if that's not how you came. You know, like, you know, I'm open about it. They're like, okay, cool, long as you can take care of me and, you know, I get my, you know, I get things I need to take, you know, get and take care of. I'm straight. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Cool, I mean, cool. I sent you the videos of the.
Yeah, we're gonna go through the videos. We're gonna go through. Let me catch the super chat real quick, man.
Okay,
I want
to
ask you a question. Shout out to James Best for the $20 super chat, man. I really appreciate that, my bro. Thank you for supporting. Now, real quick, as far as the polygamy, what's the setup there, bro? Do they have to have separate houses, or can you all have them in one house? How does that work?
I mean, generally speaking, man. Okay, so even how I practice,
I need to know, brother, because I might be coming over there with you one day.
Hey, exactly, man. I mean, I'm more than likely it's going to be a separate household, man, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Honestly,
say that one more time. You brought down
separate households. Yeah, generally speaking, you know what I'm saying? That's even how I practice it here. When I had my two wives, you know what I'm saying? Like I had two wives at you know, different wives, but I've had two wives at the same time, like in different sets. Like as I was explaining to you before, I didn't have them both in the same house. Like no, I was either renting one house and I had the house I'm in here. I live in Detroit, so the house that I'm here, I own this house. You know what I mean? But we rented another house. You know what I'm saying? For the other wife, whatever. So, you know, because I own it, it wasn't a big, you know, deal for me to rent. And then shit, you know, I was actually splitting we were splitting. We were going half and half. So it actually works out.
Now let me ask you this real quick. At any time, did you marry in Kenya?
No, negative. I didn't. So so this is what ended up happening, right? So yeah. So this is what ended up happening. So like the girl. Now, so the woman I told you that the fiance, you know, I was going, you know, anyways, I was looking for another wife. Like I told you, I just ended my marriage ended with the Eritrean, right? You know, I was looking for another wife, man, because my wife, my current Black American.
Hold on, bro. You don't do no dating. You did divorce and you just went back to it.
Yes, you could court. I didn't, like I told you, I didn't marry none of the. I didn't marry, but no, you know what I'm saying. But that's you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's dating with a purpose, right? You know what I'm saying. I ain't married all of them, no, bro. Of course not.
You like the homie that like you break up with a girl and then you be like, hey, you got a girlfriend already? You're like, next week you got another girlfriend.
Yeah, man, because you know what I'm saying. Bro, like I believe, man, you got to have a woman to deal with another woman, dude. Like seriously, I get asked that, like, why can't you just have one? I'm like, to deal with y'all, I need another one of y'all to deal with one of you. You know what I mean? Like, for real. I need somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, serious.
I don't know why people don't understand that sometimes. Like, man, I need another one of you just to deal with you.
Exactly. You know, I need somewhere else to go, bro. I need somewhere else to take, you know, this frustration somewhere else, you know, or just deal with something else different. You know what I mean? I'll never be monogamous ever again, bro. To me, that's the Matrix, man. I'll never go back into that. I don't care. Now, you know, the thing about it is, I understand, you know, so I understand the criticisms of that. It's like, because here's the thing, you know, with polygyny, in particular, that was one man and multiple women. Polygamy could be one person and multiple spouses. That's, you know, because women could be in polygamy as well. That's called polyandry, right? But polygyny, right? You know, it raises your stake, it raises your game up, because now you on the hook. You know, it's not just you just pumping and dumping, right? You know what I mean? Because that's what we have in monogamy right now. You know what I mean? Guys, you know, have their main chick and side chicks, but you ain't taking care of your side chick, generally speaking, besides, you know, here, you know, maybe a dinner here or whatever, right? And polygyny, you know what I mean, with a purpose, a moral polygyny, you're actually, you know, like it's, hey, look, you know, we got any kids that I have with you, like you're my woman, hey, you gonna know about her, she gonna know about you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, me personally, you know, and this is the problem where I was getting into it. Like my South Africa, the African wives that I previously married, they were they knew I came with them with the whole understanding that I was in. I didn't put it on them. They already knew that this was up front, that I was, this is what I wanted, because I was trying to like work it out with my first wife and everything, and so on and so forth. And they agreed to it. You know what I mean? But here's the problem comes in lies is like, it's all a little jealousy and this and this and that. You know what I mean? And so that's where the problem comes in. A lot of women are okay. A lot of women are okay with just like, okay, cool, you got a side chick or whatever, or whatever. I just don't want to know about it. And see, me personally, like, no, you gonna know about it. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna tiptoe around nothing. You know what I mean? Oh, she gonna be able to come over, or you know what I mean? I gotta call and pick up the phone and go here and there because I got kids with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, all my kids are gonna be around each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of polygyny I want. You know what I mean? I mean, theoretically, hypothetically, ideally, ideally, I would want multiple, all of us living in the same house, maybe like, got separate sections or maybe it's a duplex or something like that, or a compound or something like that. That would be ideal, because that means I don't got to travel all across town. You know what I'm saying? When the Eritrean, she lived about 20 minutes outside of where I currently live.
I want to ask you real quick, because this is a very good subject, and I'm learning here myself.
Yeah,
do you take both women out together? Like, are they cool enough to take them out together?
I've done that, bro. I've done that. That's the type of that's a different level. You see what I'm saying? Like, some women are okay with there being another wife or another girlfriend, but they don't want to see it. They want to deal with it. But I'm like, no, I need you to be like, okay, hey, this is our preferred lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the benefits of having a co-wife or a sister wife. You know what I mean? Because it is benefits. Now you can lean on each other. Things that we in cooperation, we're working as a unit with me being the head and you all helping out. We helping each other out. It's better. You know what I'm saying? I say it like this. If it makes sense for two people to come together and make a union, why wouldn't it make sense for more people?
The chat called you a player, man.
No, dude, this is ain't not. See, here's the difference. Hey, go check out. Hey, guys, I'm telling you, man. There's a whole Facebook. This is like just like you got the passport bros. There's a whole freaking Facebook groups, multiple groups here on Facebook. You know what I'm saying, and on YouTube that are in the polygyny lifestyle. Guys who are way more involved and more successful at it than I am. Check out a podcast called Outstanding Personal Relationships. Coach Nazir and his two wives, they are into relationship coaching for both monogamy and polygyny. But obviously, since he's in a polygyny situation, him and his wives, both of his wives, they got a great YouTube channel. They have great services as well. You can actually get individual coaching with them and so on and so forth. That brother is doing it. That brother got like two wives and like multiple kids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, he's doing, and I believe that both of his wives are in separate houses as well. To me, that's the better way to do it, man. And if the women aren't like completely like this, then it's, especially in the beginning, man, because it's not going to be like this. It's going, it genuinely is going to take time for first that uneasiness and blah 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 and so on and so forth, and then the little pettiness, like the jealousies and this and that. It's gonna take time, so it's better for them. A woman needs to have her own space where she feels that she has control over and this and that. You know what I mean? And just
her own nest, basically,
her own domain. You know what I mean? You could go there and just be like
the man of that,
right? Exactly. But you should be able to be cordial enough.
Super chat real quick.
Go ahead, man.
Chat, and I'm going to ask you another important question. Shout out to my dude, Delano Music, with the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you always showing support, brother. He says, now this is how you sell Africa to a brother. None of that bashing another country. Big ups to both of you, but I'm still team Brazil/Spain, but eyes are open. So good comment, bro. Good comment. Yeah, definitely. I want to ask you real quick.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that, do you think that having like a wife that's a little bit older than one or the other it would be better, or you think she'll get jealous of the younger one? Should you do it like that, or is like what I'm asking is it like an age range that you try to set them up together? Because I know in some cases if the women are the same age, it might be an issue. Maybe the older one can kind of teach the younger one. How's that work?
man, it's so many different dynamics with it, man. So here's the thing. Obviously I've been in a lot of marriages. You know, I don't ever figured it all out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. This is this is a trial and error type thing. Like I said, I've been doing this, you know, full-fledged out in the open. I've been messing with multiple women since the time I was like 19. But you know, but I didn't fully like, you know, embrace, you know, this whole being polygamous until 2010 when I met the South African. Actually, me and my first wife were legally divorced, and I had filed for divorce and everything. I met my second wife or what have you. She was actually married, you know what I mean, at the time. She ended up breaking up from her husband. I was already broken up. Then my wife turns around, my wife that I was divorcing turns around, and she was like, you know, she converted to Islam. She wanted to keep the marriage together. So we did have a brand new baby. So I presented that to my fiance, which would ended up being my second wife, the South African. And you know, she begrudgingly accepted it, because at this point she was like, I done left my husband, or I'm in the process of leaving him, you know. But I feel it really thing in the back of her mind. She admitted to me later on. I mean, recently, because we ended up getting, you know, talking when I was in Africa recently. That's the reason why I had that picture of her recently, because I was actually going to go to South Africa again, and we were going to try. We were talking about trying it again to get married again, you know, do it again.
Hey,
but
man,
she even admitted.
Shout out to my dude, Brad. You got all these South American guys want to go to Africa now, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, man. So yeah, we probably need to go back onto that. But going back to answer your questions, I'm trying to get to your question, man. So you know what I feel, what can happen when you have a wife that's older versus younger is then you can have this hierarchy thing, right? Well, you know, this wife has been with you for the longest, you know, like Coach Nazir, I believe his wife, when he married his second wife, he had been married to his first wife for at least 15 something plus years at that point. You know what I mean? And it was, you know, it was really weird. Me personally, what I decided to say, you know what, I'm gonna, you know, I want to have them both come in at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I tried to do that. You know, I tried to work that out. You know what I mean? At the same time, it doesn't matter, man. You're going to get some blowback irregardless. The real thing is that you're going to you have to be like, okay, is this for you? Are you really for? You gotta really just kind of like, it's now I've gone through this a couple of iterations, right? A couple of cycles. Now I know what to kind of like, you know, vet or vet as far as, you know, an incoming wife or incoming potential coming in, and I can see certain things, like if you tripping about the fact that I got to call my wife or something, you know what I mean, like, no, this ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? If you tripping, if you know what I'm saying, if you gotta, you know, if the other woman's around, you know, we just going out doing something just together. We ain't doing like nobody's kissing and hugging, but we just walking down this, you know, we all together, because that's going to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah.
So I want to go ahead and get into some of the
Kenyan stuff,
some of the basic questions before we get to the receipts.
Okay,
my brother sent a lot of photos. Okay, so let's talk about the housing real quick, right? I think you're showing around your apartment right now. What is the housing cost over there on average?
So here's the deal. If you get and I shared a link with you that talks about, like, you know, housing. It's a bunch, and just search on Kenyan. But on average, if you get an unfurnished apartment, man, you can get a 1-bedroom. You can get a studio, what they call a bed sitter in Kenya, because you know the English, right? A bed sitter or studio apartment. Excuse me. You can get that somewhere between 150 to 200. You can get
hold on, 150 to 200 what?
Dollars, man. Dollars.
What?
Yes, man. Yes. Unfurnished. We're talking about unfurnished. So the place that I'm showing right now is what you would consider a bed sitter or a studio, right? It's a DSQ. It's a DSQ, a designated service quarters, right? And so, you know, in Africa and in many places in the world, you know, middle class people have what you call it, you know, servants or whatever. You know what I mean? So this is actually an apartment that's attached to the main house, right? The main apartment. You know what I mean? Inside of a building that's on a compound that has maybe 2 or 3 buildings all overall. So maybe it's like 15, 20 units or something like that. And each unit has a DSQ. So I ended up renting a DSQ, but this was fully furnished. It was a bed in there. It was a television. You know what I mean? And then I brought my own things because I was working from there. So you asked me what made me go to Africa, right? So you can't have them say no. Yeah, that's true. But it all depends. But so when everything fell out with the fiance, right? You know what I mean? For various reasons, because that's a long story as well. I had already bought the ticket. You know what I'm saying? I already had a lot at the time. I've been work from home since March, since the pandemic.
Okay.
And my company was saying, hey, we're going to, pretty much stay work from home until like June 30th of 2021.
Okay.
So I had set up my trip to be from March until like the first week of June. So I wanted to make sure I got back in enough time. So in case they start saying, hey, we're going to be back in the office, like how we were previous COVID, you know what I mean? But because of all of the different, things, the variants and stuff like that, we still are mainly, and then they came up with a new policy. You work from home. You work from home, as work allows, basically. So I've literally, since I've been back, I was going from March 2nd to March 9th. I'm sorry, March 2nd to June 9th. So I was over there for 3 months.
Okay.
And I've only been to the job site one time since I've been back. So I've been back almost 3 months, right? Because that's June, we're in September. So literally, and tomorrow, my boss wants us to come in for a meeting. So anyway, so the main reason why I wanted to go, I said, screw it, I'm still going to go, even though me and old girl, it didn't work out. It was already like dead before I left. I'm like, you know what? I chose Kenya because Kenya has a very strong IT sector, and that's what I work in.
Okay.
IT. So
nice.
so they have a strong telecom presence there as well. So the main two companies there are Safaricom, Airtel, Zuku, Telcom. So they have high-speed internet. We're talking about they actually have.
That's what I was going to ask you. So they do have super high-speed.
Yes,
internet.
they have fiber internet. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I can't even get fiber in my city. You know what I'm saying? Like Detroit, you got to be downtown to get fiber internet. Dan Gilbert's area. But no, we you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. Honestly, for the type of stuff that I do for work, everything's primarily remote. We're always using Microsoft Teams, collaboration tools, stuff like that. I know that I need 25 megabits per second download speed. They had 100. You could buy packages up to 100. You know what I mean? So that was my thing. I wanted to prove and see if I could go over to Kenya, work a remote job, because in IT that's possible, just work a remote job. You know what I'm saying? As long as the infrastructure's there. The hours obviously are off. Kenya 7 hours ahead of Eastern time. You know what I mean? And I was over there that whole 3 months. I only had like 1 week off. You know what I'm saying? When I first landed, and I had to dedicate that toward looking for a place. But yeah, cool. Dude, I had Safaricom internet. Their cell phone networks are super fast. I was able to take Microsoft Team meetings. We'll learn this way to expand our options. No, you don't need to. You know what I'm saying? I probably would. Chicks probably would dig it. But I just had
to. Let me catch the super chat real quick, bro. Black Yasuki. Yasuki. With $9 super chat. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the support. He says, will learning Swahili expand our options?
In my opinion, bro, I don't think you don't have to. Now, will it be good? Will chicks dig it? Will you be able to understand? You know what I'm saying? Would you, then again, I don't know how hard it is to learn Swahili. I mean, you got to understand, it's not a romantic language. You know what I mean? It's not nothing close to it's more probably closer to Arabic. You know what I mean? Than anything,
right. So the letters are different.
Yeah. I mean, they use Roman. They use the alphabet, right? Okay. And their transliteration of it, I guess. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is one of the girls that I was seeing.
Yeah, let's get into some of these photos and videos now.
This is one of the girls.
105 in the chat, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button, and let's get it. Where we at here? So what we got going on here, brother?
Actually, I wasn't even at this club. This is a picture of her. Just her and her girl. Oh no, this one. Oh yeah. My bad. Yo, so this was a nightclub. Check my man playing there. I was like, I gotta record this, dog. I ain't never seen no black dude play the accordion, dog. You know what I'm saying? They getting down, dude. I was like, what? You see, bro? You talking about people in regular, like in club clothes? You know what I'm saying? It's not like no bar, like no country thing or whatever. But they like country music over in Kenya, like for some reason. So the girl right there, that's the girl that's walking by. I was out there with her that night, And
and
she
let me
knows
ask you this, bro. What
ahead.
what's the okay? Let me get back. I click back on it. Hold on, give me a second. What's the prices like that for drinks to go out and how much is the drinks and stuff out there?
I actually kind of thought, man, the drinks were overpriced, man, compared to what we pay here in the U.S. I really didn't do a lot of bar stuff. So because when I was there, man, primarily it was a lockdown. You know what I mean? They still on lockdown right now. So when I first got there, they were on lockdown. We're talking about it's completely different than now in the States, man. Even in Michigan. Michigan, I'm from Michigan, was where our governor, we had a lockdown. Bro, they was, their lockdown is like they were actually stopping people on the road, bro. They literally shut down a major highway in Kenya because they were enforcing the lockdown. They made everybody sleep in their cars that night on a major highway. That's how serious it is. When you go into
too much.
When you go into an establishment, right? When you go into anything, they make you take a temperature check. And they freaking you have to sanitize your hands. You have to have a face mask. So I had like a couple of times I had the security guards like check me because I would. Oh yeah, that's the fiance, man. That's the fiance. Screw her, dog. She screwed me over, dog. So yeah, guess what?
Hold on. Tell us what happened, dog. Brother. You gotta elaborate. Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
That's Kenya right there.
That's Kenya, yeah. Yup.
Oh, okay.
Yup.
All right.
Yeah, screw her, dog.
What happened, man?
Yeah.
What happened, bro?
So, dude, so here's the thing, man. So we have been talking for months, man. I met her. When did I start? August of 2020. Mm-hmm. We were talking, man. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth, this and that. And obviously, she's sending me stuff like that. I'm like, man, of course I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and bought the ticket and everything. It seemed like from that. So the goal was like, look. So here's my thing. I'm like, you know what? Get a place in Nairobi because where she was living at, she lived outside of these are the women in Kenya. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These are the women.
We've been up a little bit, but they still pretty though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do that. I mean, yeah, they do. Yeah, they weaving it up, bro. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They regular black women in that regard. You know what I'm saying? And then some of their hair hats don't look as it's not as sophisticated as is the States.
Hey, she looks.
This is my baby girl right here.
She looks kind of dangerous with that butcher knife now, brother. You gotta watch out for that one.
Yeah. That's my baby right there, dog. That's the one. That's the one for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like we still in contact today. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, them bodies are ridiculous.
Yeah. That's another picture. That's the fiance that didn't work out with. Just to give you you know what I'm saying? Just I mess with all shades, all types. You know what I'm saying? Skinny, dark skin, light skin. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's all. I don't discriminate.
Okay.
I can't even really see that picture. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, girl. Oh, man. She had a bum on her, bro. Oh, girl got it. Yeah.
These are just Kenyan women. Most of all these are Kenyan women, right?
Yeah, these are all Kenyan women, man. Yeah, these are all women in you know what I'm saying? So that was at that place I was telling you, the outdoor venue. And she was the host. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, she's wearing a wig. You know what I mean? So women wear wigs. Weave, they do all of that, braids. They do this very similar.
And let me ask you this about the hygiene, because I think in the video, brothers were saying that some of the women in I forgot what country was a little musty.
Yeah. Hey man, you know what I'm saying?
Keep it a buck now.
Yeah, to a certain extent, bro. That can't happen. Now none of the chicks really that I mess with was stinking like that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? None of the chicks I messed with, I was like, but you smell though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, just in general though. You go into an elevator, you go into a matatu, a bus, or something like that. You pass, like, damn, they done left us. You know what I'm saying? When you smell somebody, they ain't even there no more, but you smell that scent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro, it's like that, man. But none of the chicks I messed with, they all took showers.
So wait a minute, is it? I think O'Shea had mentioned that. Is it like a smell just overall when you're around a groups of people? Is that the smell you're talking about, or is just?
Have you been around? Okay. So here's the thing. I mean, have you been around Indians and Pakistanis, right?
I sure have. Yeah.
And you know how they, you know what I'm saying, you know how they throw our scent, because, you know, it's honestly, I think it's the foods that they eat. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, you know what I mean? I think it's like I think people's certain cuisines interact with their bodies, you know, bodies chemically, and it gives off a certain scent. And if you are of you know, you're not from that, it's going to be really strong. I kept being told. Now, here's the thing. I kept being told, man, you got a strong nose. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone kept saying, I'm like, you don't smell that. Like, your nose is too. I'm like, yo, dude, like it's strong. You know, but honestly, I've been like, I was at the laundromat the other day, man. No, you literally yesterday, and I could tell that whoever these people were, this lady with her 2 kids, I'm like, they got dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you know, if you don't live around dogs, people who have dogs, you know, they don't keep up their dogs. They got to smell. You go into a person's house that got dogs that, you know what I'm saying, and they don't, you know, you can smell it. Or people who smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, I mean, but it's, you run into it, but it's not like all present, you know, everywhere.
See, I'm getting a mixed reaction in the chat. Some of them guys saying that he didn't smell no fouls.
I didn't say the women were stinking. I'm just saying, just in general, people in Africa, people in the Middle East, people in India, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We as Americans, we are going to be sensitive to how they smell. They could be taking a shower, they're clean, they're washed, and everything. Oh, no, I did run into one, dog. I did, my bad.
Okay.
I did, dude. I did, you know, but the next time she came, so yeah, she came over. She just came over to it was our first time we was meeting, and she had went into the bathroom, dude. And used the bathroom, and I came in after her, and I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" like it wasn't a fishy smell. It was a like a musty smell. That's man, this pretty right here. Yeah, dude. That's the one that got. She was one of them that got away, man. I didn't, you know, she got away, dude. She got away.
Beautiful, bro.
Got away, yeah, man. Yeah, dog, like for real. See, I think her main thing was you know, I was talking to other chicks because like it was all every time I met someone. So for a little while, I was only messing with 2 main girls when I was there, and you know, I got those videos of the 2 main girls. The pictures of the 2 main girls. It was a dark skinned girl with a knife and a light skinned girl or what have you. And I was just seeing them 2. I got to a point that was like, okay, cool. I got my 2. I'm gonna be down with them, you know what I'm saying? And like I was just pretty much not even, like I told you, dude, I was consistently getting likes and matches on Tinder. So, you know, actually, dude, like who got me hip to that was O'Shea. O'Shea got me hip to that, man. And he was like, because he had this video, 5 things you shouldn't do or not get caught up when you come to Africa, right? He's like, stay on your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come over here with a purpose, because, you know, it's going to be real easy for you to trick off and so on and so forth. Hey, I did that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like to be honest with you, you know what I mean? But again, I didn't have like a business reason why I was going there. I was going there to prove out a concept. Could I do my job over in Africa, you know, seamlessly? And I did. I was able to seamlessly. You know what I'm saying? You know, if people, my coworkers and everyone, they knew that I was in Africa. Now this chick right here, dude. Now that she's a pro. She's a pro, dude.
I'm trying to go back real quick. I skipped the photos. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I even got some more.
Is that her again? The same girl?
That's her. Yeah, I do. Dude, you should see her birthday party, man. I can send you those too, man. She did. Oh man, just yeah. But anyways, so for a while I was only seeing. So I met her towards the end. This chick is a pro. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and I didn't mess with her. But here's the funny thing about it, right? So you got female. So women will over there. The dudes in Kenya, you know, will pay chicks to sleep with them, like regular chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so that's how they doing it over there.
Yeah, like regular chicks. You know what I'm saying? Because I met her on Tinder. She was like, yo, what's up? I want to come over. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, at this point I had done this like 2 or 3, multiple times. So it's pretty regular, man. Like I wasn't really like going to clubs. You know, like I said, it was the shutdown. They went from 10 o'clock, right? You know what I mean, being the shutdown to like freaking to 8 o'clock. So they went from 10 o'clock to 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? So you really couldn't, then they had it where you could at least, before you could go to a restaurant and to a sit-down restaurant and eat, then they stopped that for a while I was there. So they had stopped the clubs, They had stopped the you know what I mean? You stop the club, stop going out. Yeah, oh girls, yeah, she was nice
Pretty.
too.
She's pretty.
Yeah, man. I mean, these are girls.
You gonna have brothers going to Kenya, man.
Yeah, these are chicks that, you know what I'm saying, I touched. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Nice.
I'll tell you the ones I did and the ones I did. You know what I mean? Yeah, her. You know what I mean? She's a dog. She's 21.
I don't know why I keep clicking off this. Hold on, let me catch back up real quick.
Good. It's all good, man.
There we go. Here we go.
Yeah. She was fun, dude. She was fun, but it got to a point, man. Like, you know, so the average, the regular chick, you know, pretty much was like Netflix and chill. You know what I mean? Because that's all you could do. You couldn't go nowhere. It was closed. You know what I'm saying? So that actually worked in my benefit. You know what I mean? So, you know, they're going to expect from me. I told you, that was the one I told you had the bump. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, she got a bump on her, bro. Like, for real. Like, for real, dog. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the ones that got away, man. She got away, dude. I didn't hook up with her till like, we didn't go out on a date till like close to the time of me leaving. You know what I'm saying? And she really wasn't messing with me. She was like, yeah, you know, I don't want to, because I was trying to get her to come over to spend the night. And she was like, nah, you know, when you come back, I'll see you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, here we go. You know what I mean?
You got a notebook of receipts.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And this, okay, click on her. Click on that one. You know what I'm saying? This is the girl in the middle. The girl in the middle is who the one who actually I matched with. She was interested, dude. She tried to hook. Bro, it got to a point like towards the last few months, I was running out of money. Like, you know what I mean? Because like, here's the thing. The expectation is, you're gonna provide them the transportation to my place, back and forth Uber, right? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to have drinks. I'm gonna have to get some food because I'm not cooking, so I'm gonna have to buy food for both you and me. You know what I mean? That's probably about all in all. You know what I just explained, those three things, that's probably about $50. You know what I mean? But you know, you multiply that, you know, night in, night out with different chicks, you know what I'm saying? It start adding up. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, man, real quick.
Go ahead.
Average monthly expenses for a single guy in Africa. What's your budget? 2,000, 3,000 US?
I would definitely say, like, because like I was getting my check over there every 2 weeks. Because like I said, I was earning my paycheck. And I got to tell you guys how to set everything up, how the money goes and everything. Pretty much is almost cashless. You don't really need to like pull out cash. But anyways, I would definitely say about 1,500 to 2,000 would definitely get you. You know what I mean? Because like, so both places I ended up getting. I was in a place for the first place I showed you. I was $550 a month. And come to find out, like, dude, I didn't even get to meet her dog in person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even get to meet her dog. Like, it was like, man, this chick too, man. I didn't even get to meet her in person, dog. But she was kind of flaking me, dog, because I was like, yo, what's up? Her name was Arnett. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's meet. You know what I mean? She kept like, oh yeah, we can, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And then like,
somebody said 1,000 USD is all you need.
I mean, it just depend on what. Like, if you get in a fully furnished place or you not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I had to get a fully furnished place, right? Or let's say, like, if you don't get a fully, let's say you just get an apartment. You know what I mean? But you're talking about a multiple month lease, right? You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna have nothing in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even like. So it's very, guys outside of the States. When you rent someplace, it's normal they don't have a refrigerator and there's no stove. You know what I'm saying? So if you rent a place, you're gonna have to buy your refrigerator, you're gonna have to buy your stove, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get it, like, you can get a place for like, 200, 100 to 200 or 300, just depending on where you want to stay in Nairobi. The good places to stay in Nairobi, like, that are safe and that are comparable to like the US is going to be Westlands, Kilauea, Kilimani, but those are the more expensive places. You're not going to find a studio for like, $150. You're going to be paying $200-$300. You know what I'm saying? But that's still that's still cheap. You know what I mean? Compared to us, getting a one bedroom or a studio for $300. But you got to put in, okay, now I got to buy, I'm going to have to buy a refrigerator. I'm going to have to buy, and see, that's where things cost more than what it would be here in the States. Like I bought an ironing board, you know, because I bought an ironing board. I had to get an iron. You know what I mean? I bought a fan. You know, I was buying all these different things. I was there for long term. They charge literally. That's Kenyan. Yeah, I didn't meet old girl, but yeah, she's fine. That's why I was just sending you that. You know, I sent you pictures of not only the girls that I mess with. I sent you pictures of girls that, you know what I'm saying, that I actually message, and every time I'm like, send me photos. I got to make sure that you're not catfishing me. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of them. I got way more than that. You know what I mean? Way more than what I sent you. Now that's where my girl lives. So this chick right here, or this woman, my girl or whatever, you know what I mean? She stays. You go back to the picture backwards. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Pick up that.
That's me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you go one picture back, I guess you will see this. So this is the differences. Like, so go back. Keep going back. Yeah. So this is where she stays. So you can see. So Kenya is a developing nation. Now the three places that I told you: Kilimani, Kilauea, Westlands. They don't look like this. This is in I forgot the Kasinga, I think it is, off of Thika Road or what have you. Like, for instance, she has a studio apartment that she's sharing with a roommate. It's $75 for a studio in this particular neighborhood. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But dude, they don't have any paved roads. You know what I'm saying? They also like so like, you know, in Kenya you see like open sewage. You know what I mean? That was a shock for me because I have been in South Africa. And I've been in Johannesburg, and Johannesburg, you're not seeing that in the major cities. Now, Nairobi is a major city. It's like like I think they have like 5 to 7 million people that live in Nairobi overall. Everyone from the outside villages and towns, they come. It's like Nairobi. In fact, they have a name for it. They call it Nairobi. You know what I mean? Because it's like New York. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how New York was back in the 80s, or you know what I mean? It had that type of reputation or whatever. But you know, where people like, you know, people are going there to get money, make money. You know, everyone's talking fast, things that nature. You know what I'm saying? It's a many neighborhoods, many estates. That's what they call them over there, estates. Or what have you. Right. So it just depends. Like in a place like here, I couldn't stay in an area like this because I'm like, yo, I was dependent upon the internet speed. So that's going to push me to a higher, you know, and then I'm thinking about food too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was like, so what I was doing for food primarily, I was eating out most of the time. I would go and they had a grocery chain. You know what I mean? Similar to like, Albertsons or, you know, their version of it, right? Or, you know, or Kroger's or something like that. And they had a deli where you could get hot food, you know what I mean? And you could get a good portion size. You could get good portion size food, you know what I mean, for like, you know, $3, $4, $5. You get a meal, you know what I'm saying? You know, I have drink soda. You know, I didn't really eat like their local foods that much. You know what I'm saying? I ate goat a lot and rice, but they have this thing called ugali, which is like a wheat based type of thing. It looks like mashed potatoes, but it's different. You would have to see it. And they had these things, the greens. Check out a dude, a YouTube channel, guys. Coop's Corner. I believe I sent you the link, man, to all of the ones that I think everyone should check out and see. Coop Corner. He's a Jackson Cooper. This brother's from I believe he's from Columbus, Ohio. And he went over. He was over there around the same time I was, man. But he had went in January. He liked Africa so much, he just came back, man. Sold his car. You know, he was in a working in the corporate America, man. Went out there, you know what I'm saying. He already had a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? He already had a YouTube channel, nice, subscriber base, because he's a passport bro too. He had been Colombia, Mexico, Canada. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised you're not familiar with him. But Jackson Cooper, check out his big ups to him, man. He did a whole thing where he's, you know, he got videos where he's tasting the different local foods, you know, and things of that nature. And he had some, you know, a lady came and he went all over Kenya though. He was in Mombasa. I didn't get to go to Mombasa. Mombasa is like a coastal city, you know what I'm saying? or what have you. And everyone's like, "Have you been to Mombasa yet?" I'm like, "It's COVID on lockdown." When I was there, they had it where there was like a 5-county radius where you couldn't travel outside that 5-county radius. Eventually, they let it up within the last couple of last month or last 3 or 4 weeks that I was there. But at that point, man, I was like, "Yo, man, I'm just trying to get back home. I need to, I got my kids, wife, or things of that nature, man. I wasn't trying to go to Mombasa. Next time I will, but check out his channel, Dennis the National. Check out his channel. He's a Kenyan local, and he covers he literally 4K resolution, wide angle shots of what Nairobi looks like, what different towns and other cities in Kenya looks like. You can get a real good feel of what it actually looks like,
Excellent. We're gonna go ahead and leave all the links in the description.
Yep.
But brother, we definitely have to do a part 2 to this.
Part 2, yeah.
Way more videos, way more content. So we definitely gonna set up and do a part 2. We'll schedule it and everything, man. But I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, no doubt.
Any last thoughts you want to say before we close on out?
Yeah, man. Ultimately, guys, I would say, listen, try out Africa, and then if you so into South America, so on and so forth, man, you got Guyana. You have Belize, you know what I mean? These are English-speaking South American and Central American countries. That was one of the big draws for me and why I wanted to go. I'm gonna go where the British were. You know what I'm saying? They're the reasons why we are even over here in the States. I'm gonna go somewhere where they can, I don't have a language barrier. Yes, there people speak other languages, but everything is in English as far as, like I said, the lingua franca is all in English. You know what I mean? Everything's written in English, So you don't have to have that, I have to learn another language per se. Yeah, it would be nice to learn it, but you don't have to converse with people. You know what I mean? And to talk or what have you, So I would say if you're not even about Africa, man, check out Belize. Check out Guyana. You know what I mean? Trinidad, Tobago. You know what I mean? The Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? These places speak English, dude. And these women are just as exotic looking and different and feminine as well. Also, I have a YouTube channel, me and my bros, man. We call the Freedmen's Collective. Check that out, man. I definitely would like you guys to, come over and check us out on the Freedmen's Collective, also the Freedmen Agenda League of Michigan, because I'm a freedman, man. At the end of the day, I'm definitely from my lineage, but you don't have to be just one. You could be pro-black and you could be Pan-African and freedman, FBA and F1 and ADOS all at the same time, man. So just enjoy. I love black people, man. At the end of the day, of course, I love my own tribe the most, but I love black people at the end of the day, dude. And we got to explore, man. And so, definitely Africa is where it's at, dude. Seriously, man, because you got way more bang for your buck. All right, man. We didn't even get to the real estate stuff, man.
We're gonna definitely do a part 2 to this.
Yeah, dude. The housing, what you get, your money over there, what you could get for, dude, you could buy brand new. The Chinese are building all sorts of condominiums over there. This guy, and I sent the link. I have the link in there as well, where he actually went and they're building brand new 3 to 4 bedroom condominiums at Chinese was asking $2.7 million, which is like $27,000. You know what I'm saying? On market, the resale value, it went up to like maybe 36,000. Where are you gonna buy brand new building condos? You know what I'm saying? Where are you gonna get that type of break-in price? That floor price. At 27,000 for 3-4 bedroom apartment. Really nice, man. I sent that link as well. All those links put it down for him, man. You can check that video out. This white dude who's going to Kenya to look at the investments. You know what I'm saying? Kenya is like the hub of East Africa, man. They do their own manufacturing, all types of stuff, man. This is where hey, you want to get into these markets right now, because eventually it's going to develop. It's going to be more expensive later on. This is the time, Africa is on the move, man. Seriously, really is. Nice.
Well, bro, I appreciate you coming on, man.
All right, no problem.
Till next time.
All right, man. Peace.